Hello, my name is Alex Guerrero, and my presentation is over the overall effect of the Silk Road and how is the major trading center between surrounding areas such as China and Asia. The Silk Road was a source of trade, the invention of silk, which was a major and royal good that was traded amongst other surrounding areas, and the hardships of taking the route. This map here shows the trading path connecting Asia, North Africa, and Europe. It also depicts the diversity of people from different areas making their way down the Silk Road. This image shows the Mongo Cave and how they traded goods in a closed-in space. It was said that much trade between certain groups met in private with their animals as a safety in case their meetings went south, and some groups saw it as an opportunity to rob others for their goods. This picture shows a perfect example of a route the Buddhist people made, but were soon stopped by robbers that was mentioned before. It was not unfortunate to have this robbery take place. Some groups saw it as a takeaway home instead of going all the way through the Silk Road to the main source of goods. This image depicts the fear people had when coming across animals on the Silk Road. There was much nature, and the domestication of animals in the forest were a common threat when making the trek. This image shows that many people were killed during that route. This painting of a group led by leaders taking women such as Lady Wenji across the west, and was sometimes against their will. Lady Wenji was taking from the Han Dynasty over to the Tang Dynasty and was determined to learn different types of cultures and beliefs on that side. And women were saw as a trading good, honestly, between civilizations. It was expected when they grew up that they were needed to be used in different ways, such as trading amongst, to learn different types of cultures. This antique rug was an example of a world trade that women made, such as pottery and clothes as well. Women would design these rugs based on their conquest of the Silk Road and would design it in such fashion to make their stories a visual experience of how they saw it. This was another royal good that was a plate depicting the Silk Road as a whole. Since the plate was round, it was shown as a long quest that seemed to never end in their eyes, as well as the animals that took to make the quest. Animals sometimes did not last as long as the trek was made for, and so animals were used as backup. This was another world trade that was a pottery used for supply of water. The attention to detail is what made it a source of good, because it was a much easier way to drink from. This craft was found on the Silk Road. This image here depicts the hardships of people making goods to trade so that when civil groups came, their goods were ready to go. It also shows the many different types of work that people went through to make these goods and the diversity of the levels of placement they were put in. As well, this image is the perfect depiction of diversity of the people that made their way across the Silk Road, whether to trade goods, introduce different religions, or to influence cultures among different groups. When different groups influence different religions and beliefs, it caused many battles and a lot of hardships from the surrounding areas. So as we look at the timeline of Silk Road and its effect on trade, cultures, and beliefs, we can honestly say that it was a stepping stone that set much diversity around the world.